What if specific exercises could help maintain muscle strength as you age? Research shows that many people misunderstand muscle preservation techniques. But today, you'll discover how to age gracefully with evidence-based methods that work. Stay until the end because the last section reveals a groundbreaking technique for muscle maintenance that many fitness experts overlook. Plus, you'll learn why some common workout advice might not be optimal for your muscle health after 40. Why is muscle loss becoming a global health concern after 40? Sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and function, affects millions worldwide. But understanding its mechanism is crucial for prevention. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that after age 30, people typically lose 3 to 5% of muscle mass per decade, and this rate can accelerate after 60. Studies in the Journal of Cachexia and Sarcopenia muscle demonstrate that mitochondrial function in muscle cells decreases with age, affecting muscle protein synthesis. However, targeted exercise can effectively stimulate mitochondrial function and muscle maintenance. The key lies in activating both type 1 and type 2 muscle fibers through appropriate training. Type 2 fibers, crucial for strength and power, tend to decrease more with age, but respond remarkably well to resistance training. Regular strength assessments, including grip strength tests, can help monitor progress and adjust training accordingly. What's the biggest mistake in strength training after 40? Progressive resistance training stands as the cornerstone of muscle preservation, but many people approach it incorrectly. Research from the University of Michigan shows that adults who perform progressive resistance training twice weekly can gain 2.5 to 3 pounds, or 1.1 to 1.4 kilograms, of muscle mass within 12 weeks. A landmark study in sports medicine demonstrates that, beginning with 40 to 50% of your 1-rep maximum and gradually increasing by 5% every 2 weeks, optimizes muscle adaptation without risking injury. The key is to focus on compound movements like squats, deadlifts, and chest presses. Start with bodyweight exercises if needed, then progress to resistance bands or weights. Perform 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions, allowing 48 hours between sessions for recovery. But remember to maintain proper form throughout. Warning: always warm up properly and avoid training the same muscle groups on consecutive days. Want to know when protein intake matters most for muscles? Timing your protein consumption strategically can significantly impact muscle preservation. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition reveals that adults over 40 need 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal for optimal muscle protein synthesis, compared to 20 grams for younger adults. Research from McMaster University shows that consuming protein within 30 minutes after exercise increases muscle protein synthesis by up to 40%. Focus on high-quality protein sources like lean meats, fish, eggs, and legumes. Distribute protein intake evenly throughout the day rather than loading it all at dinner. Consider adding Greek yogurt with 15 to 20 grams of protein as a post-workout snack. But watch out for protein supplements with added sugars or artificial sweeteners. For vegetarians, combining different plant protein ensures getting all essential amino acids. Warning: those with kidney issues should consult healthcare providers about protein intake. How can better balance prevent muscle loss after 40? Balance training is often overlooked, but proves crucial for muscle preservation and fall prevention. The Journal of Gerontology reports that incorporating balance exercises 3 times weekly reduces fall risk by 45%, while maintaining lower body strength. Research from the National Institute of Health shows that static and dynamic balance training activates deep stabilizing muscles that regular workouts might miss. Start with simple exercises like single leg stands, progressing from 10 to 30 seconds. Then advance to dynamic movements such as walking heel to toe or standing on unstable surfaces. Practice these exercises near a stable surface for safety. Tai Chi, particularly the Yang style, has shown remarkable benefits in both balance and muscle maintenance. Perform balance training when you're fresh, ideally in the morning. But avoid challenging balance exercises when tired or taking certain medications. Remember that improvement in balance directly correlates with better muscle function and everyday movement confidence. Are your joints sabotaging your muscle-building efforts? Mobility work becomes increasingly crucial after 40, but it requires the right approach. The Journal of Sports Medicine demonstrates that dynamic mobility exercises before strength training can increase muscle activation by 23%. A study from the University of Copenhagen reveals that maintaining joint mobility helps preserve muscle function around those joints. Start each workout with 5 to 10 minutes of dynamic stretches like arm circles, leg swings, and torso rotations. Focus on major joints, shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles. The key is to move through full ranges of motion without forcing or bouncing. Include exercises like controlled articular rotations, CARs, to maintain joint health. But avoid static stretching before strength training, as it might temporarily decrease muscle power. Temperature matters too. Warm muscles move better, so light cardio before mobility work proves beneficial. Warning: stop any movement that causes sharp pain. Join our community and never miss out on new content. Subscribe today. Is your recovery routine secretly destroying muscle gains? Recovery becomes increasingly crucial after 40, but many follow outdated advice. The International Journal of Sports Medicine shows that adults over 40 need 48 to 72 hours between intense strength sessions for optimal recovery, compared to 24 to 48 hours for younger adults. Research from Stanford Sleep Lab reveals that 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep increases muscle recovery by 30%. Implement active recovery days with light activities like walking or swimming. Use self-myofascial release with foam rollers for 10 to 15 minutes daily, focusing on major muscle groups. Contrast therapy, alternating between warm, 37 to 40 degrees Celsius or 98 to 104 Fahrenheit, and cool temperatures, can help reduce inflammation. But avoid extended ice baths as they might impair muscle growth. Monitor your heart rate variability if possible to gauge recovery status. Warning: persistent muscle soreness lasting over 72 hours might indicate overtraining. Could your brain be the key to better muscle engagement? The mind-muscle connection becomes more crucial with age but requires specific techniques. The Journal of Neurophysiology demonstrates that focused attention during exercise increases muscle fiber recruitment by up to 20%. Research from Motor Control Laboratory at UCLA shows that visualization before and during exercises enhances muscle activation patterns. Practice conscious muscle engagement through controlled tempo exercises, using a 2-second concentric and 3-second eccentric phase. Start with lighter weights to master the feeling of target muscles working. Use mirror feedback when possible to check form and muscle engagement. Implement paused reps at peak contraction points to enhance awareness. But avoid excessive internal focus during complex movements, as it might affect natural movement patterns. Include unilateral exercises to identify and correct muscle activation imbalances. Warning: don't sacrifice proper form for the sake of feeling a muscle burn. Ever wondered why daily activities become harder with age? Functional movement patterns directly impact muscle preservation and daily life quality. Research from the Journal of Functional Morphology shows that integrating primal movement patterns maintains muscle function across multiple joints simultaneously. A study in the International Journal of Exercise Science reveals that practicing these movements 3 times weekly improves muscle coordination by 40%. Focus on 7 fundamental patterns: squat, hinge, push, pull, rotate, carry, and gait. Start with bodyweight versions before adding resistance. Warning: always maintain neutral spine position during these movements to prevent injury. Did you know certain foods can amplify your workout results? Strategic nutrition timing and choices significantly impact muscle preservation efforts. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition demonstrates that combining lean protein with colorful vegetables increases muscle protein synthesis by 25%. Research from Tufts University shows that adequate vitamin D levels maintained through sun exposure or supplementation of 1,000 to 2,000 IU daily enhance muscle strength. Include omega-3 rich foods like salmon or sardines twice weekly. Time carbohydrate intake around workouts for optimal energy. But avoid processed foods that increase inflammation. Magnesium-rich foods like dark leafy greens support muscle function. Maintain hydration with 30 to 35 milliliters per kilogram of body weight daily. Warning: some supplements might interact with medications. Always consult healthcare providers. Ready to discover breakthrough techniques for muscle maintenance? Beyond basic strategies, advanced methods can significantly enhance results. Recent research from Tokyo University reveals that blood flow restriction training, BFR, using light weight scans stimulate muscle growth similarly to heavy resistance training, particularly beneficial for those with joint issues. The Journal of Aging Research demonstrates that varying exercise tempo and incorporating isometric holds improves muscle fiber recruitment by 35%. Implement periodization by alternating between strength, power, and endurance phases every 4 to 6 weeks. Use cluster sets with mini breaks between repetitions for better technique maintenance. But avoid advanced techniques without proper supervision initially. Try greasing the groove method by practicing movements frequently at low intensity throughout the day. Time your hardest workouts when your energy levels peak. Warning: listen to your body and adjust intensity based on daily energy levels. Are you over 40 and living your best life? Share your inspiring story with the world and spread positivity in the comment below. Discover groundbreaking secrets to prevent muscle loss after 40. Expert tips and science-backed solutions revealed. Let's watch the next video here.